Hi, this is KT,
This is Carrah,
and welcome to Life in the Party.
your unofficial guide to growing up and having fun.
We got a happy hour episode today for you. So enjoy.
Should we start with you talking about sharing your little story?
My little story, it is a little story. So it's a silly little story.
Oh wait, first should we cheers?
You bet. Clink.
Clink.
Clink. Perfect. Happy hour. So back to my little silly story. So I started playing this new video game called Hollow Knight because the sequel to the game is coming out. It's already out.
Okay.
So everyone's playing Hollow Knight 2. And I was like, well, I never played the first one. And it's like a little like platformer where you jump on things and interact. It's not super hard. It's
Is that
kind of
Halloween themed? Is that why it's called Hollow Knight?
it's Hollow. HOLLOW.
Oh.
It's like they're like little buggies or something, I guess. You should Google it.
Bugs or buggies?
Bugs, but they're cuter, so I call them buggies. And like some underground.
Knight with a K.
Yes, like you're fighting.
Oh, okay, it looks cute.
Yeah, it's cute. So I played a similar S game to that a few years ago called Ori with a little guy who jumped around and did stuff. So I was like, oh, these are the same. Might as well play because the new one's coming out. Plus, it was cheaper than like buying it new. So I was like, all right, perfect. Daniel's out of town for work, so I was like, cool, I can just like dive in. And I played multiple hours every day. But kind of like late into the night, like where you're at the point where you're like,
how long were you playing?
One more death.
How long were you playing a day? Like starting at what time and finishing at what time?
Well, I would play like a little bit in the morning, like 45 minutes in the morning, and then like 10 to like 1. Like
okay.
9 to 10 to like 1. So like a few hours. Plus it's like the beginning, so you're still learning things and everything's new. Plus you're really bad, so it takes a long time to kind of do some things, at least for me. I'm not the best video gamer, but I am consistent.
Yeah, you are, Katie. You're really good.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Because you've seen me play some, I think. So anyway, I started playing Hollow Knight, and obviously I told you playing from late nighttime to early AM, like 1 a.m. or so, just kind of like hard to stop. And another thing about me is that I also like very immersive sound. So I like the sound kind of cranked up pretty loudly just to like feel it. No one's there, honestly, so it's not like I'm trying to like compete with anything. I'm just like, wah, sound.
What is the sound like? What does the sound like?
Well, it's just like very atmospheric, like outdoorsy sounds, but apparently when you die, it's like bass. And certain things, like maybe attacks would like trigger the bass in the subwoofer. And it was up kind of loud. And I was playing at like 2 a.m. at night for like 4 days in a row, I think. Then on Friday, I got a lovely call.
You just said you only played until 1.
Yeah, 1 to 2. 1 to 2. There's some variation. It's not like I had a bedtime. I'd more be
10
like
to 1, and now it's 8 to 2.
Well, it's more like 10 to 9 to 1, and then I'm like, shit, I should stop. Then I play a little bit more. Then I'm like, oh shit, it's 1:40, and then it's like an hour goes by, and you're like, oh no. So I kept doing that, but it's good and it's cute, and I'm getting further along. But I was like at a part where I had to defeat this boss, and I died like a million times, which triggered a lot of loud bass sound. So Friday morning, I get a lovely call from my apartment people, and they're like, sort of like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey.
You're like, I'm a little tired. I was up late last night.
Yeah, I'm just eating breakfast. How are you doing? He's like, well, we kind of got a call from your neighbors saying that it's loud super late at night. And I was like, huh. And I was like, Daniel's not here. Why would it be loud? I literally just didn't piece it. I was like, we're not like,
you're like, that could never be me.
Me and him aren't loud at all. Never. We don't walk loud. We don't talk loud. We don't do loud things. Yeah. So I was just like, interesting. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, like, I started thinking, and I was like, oh. I was like, I think I tried to ask who it was. And he was like, oh, it's like, which neighbor?
Like, who the hell called you?
I was like, is the sound going up and down, or is it going like next door because we're on a corner. So I was like, I wonder who's being affected because I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out in my brain why it was too loud. So I was like, oh, it might just be me walking because I walk also very loudly. He was like, oh, he's like, the sound moves pretty much up and down. So it's probably, he didn't want to tell me exactly. I was like, it's probably my downstairs neighbors, but you know,
Yeah.
people might get like picky or I'm going to
They don't
start
want you
some shit.
murdering anyone.
I mean, I'm chill. It's fine. And then as I was trying to think about it, I was like, oh, I just started a new video game and I might play the volume really loud, really late at night. And he's like, oh, what game are you playing? And I was like, oh, Hollow. And he's like, oh, that's really fun. And then he's like, also, by the way, it's like a full-on Denver legal super law that quiet hours are between 10 and 7. So, like, it's not just us, it's like the city. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, well,
Damn,
they're not
Katie,
like,
you committed a crime.
I know. He's like, well, they're not that mad. But to tell you, I guess if I kept doing it, then it would be problems. But
Yeah.
my apologies to the listeners of the pod who live below me, because I'm sure you do. Just because.
Did you write them an apology note?
No, because they didn't. I don't know if they like said something to me. I'd probably be like, "Oh shit, you're right," and like then
You should write
apologize to
them a
them.
long poem or something.
Should I give
An
them
apology
the
poem.
game once I'm done and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. This is what I was doing to keep you guys
Yeah.
awake." Whenever I finish it, but I thought that was really funny because
No, that is really funny.
I told Daniel and he was like, yeah, you play the sound so loud all the time. And I went, not really. He's like, yeah, no, you do. You're like subwoofer surrounded with you just
how
like
did you know like
immersion.
how much to lower the volume?
I just like dropped it, you know, from like it was like maybe in the 20s, like 22 on our little volume thing. I don't know what that means, to like 17
Okay.
or so. And I haven't gotten a call since, but it was a little funny little thing.
I think it's nice that they said that, like, they're like, it's not like a problem now, really. They're like, but I guess they kind of threatened you. They're like, if she does it again, it will be a problem.
I think it's more like people don't really know because they think like those things are flexible. You know, he's like, we don't necessarily have rules, but the city has rules. So like technically you could be breaking the law and cause like fines or something, you know, because he was like, but maybe that's just because South Carolina, did we have?
Oh my God, could you imagine if you got fined for playing a video game?
I would laugh. I'd be like, but I'm unemployed. What else do you want me to do? So we're still playing. We're still grinding. Daniel's going out of town this week, so hopefully I just don't turn it up really loud.
What do you mean, hopefully again? You don't?
I won't. I have self-control. Just can I tell it's that loud? Maybe I'll just say after 10, I just drop it to a certain thing regardless if I'm still playing.
But you could also like potentially tell your leasing office that you are giving their permission to pass on your phone number so that they can just like text you directly. Yeah, because it's hard for you to tell. Like you don't know what's going to be too loud or not.
That's what I was saying. I was like, well, that's probably a good idea, which I should have thought of at the time. That like if they call again, tell them to text me, or I could go say something. But I don't know. Some people can be kind of intense with things like that, so it kind of is like I'll just try to be good. And I was not intentionally trying to be bad. I was just accidentally being
obviously.
Now if I do it again, I'm just kidding. But I was like, you're right. 2 a.m. on a Wednesday is pretty shitty. It's not like a Friday. I was like, you're right. It's my bad. So
that's funny.
It is funny. It's silly, but cute game, worth it. We'll have update in future episode. I figured we could also talk about. I mean, well, not an update on the fucking noise complaint, but update on the game.
Stay tuned for noise complaint number 2.
It just reminds me of like college noise complaints where you get like your friends arrested with MIPs and stuff like that. Or trying to hide people in bathtubs and outside windows. So I was like, oh boy, this could be bad. Then I was like, no, I'm 30 redacted. I don't have to worry about that.
You're like, do I need to jump out my window?
I'm traumatized, from college.
They're like, we know that you live here. Jumping out your window isn't going to help.
Or do you remember when one of our, I'm sure you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, we had the police come for a noise complaint, and they were pretty chill, but the whole time he's like, don't let him in. Don't let him in. You don't have to talk to him.
Oh, you
Like,
mean CJ?
yeah.
Yes. That was at
He was trying to fight the police or tell them to like fuck off. And I was like, please don't tell the police to fuck off. Like, it's a noise
wasn't that at
complaint.
Dave Dupe's apartment in Tillman?
I thought it was our apartment in Tillman.
No.
That happened again at our place too.
He did that everywhere. Every single time the cops came.
That definitely happened a couple times, but it wasn't a big, like, obviously you didn't want the police to come in if you had people under 21, which is just like 2 of our friends, you know, like everyone was above except for like 2 people because they had late birthdays, you know, like it wasn't like we had a bunch of 19-year-olds at this party or anything, so it wasn't that big of a fucking deal. Well, the last thing you want to do is antagonize police, especially when you're underage drinking, and have them come in. So you're just like, yeah, sorry, we'll turn it down. They usually go away because they're at a college town.
Yeah, sorry,
like,
we'll turn it down.
Sorry, our bad. I remember me and Catherine are like, let's go talk outside. You're not coming in. Let's talk outside over there. They're all nice about it, but, you know, you never know.
I don't think we had, like, too bad of experiences with Clemson cops.
Speaking of police, we went to the No Kings protest on Saturday. Speaking of police and things like that, we did the No Kings protest in Denver on Saturday, and it was, we think we were there for a few hours. So we walked down to the Capitol, hung out with people, did some of the marches. Couldn't really hear people talking, but like, you know, you're there just to show face and read a bunch of signs.
To show face. To serve
like
cunt.
To serve cunt. Yeah, we were serving cunt the whole time in our non-obvious clothing, just in case. You never know. It was super peaceful, but we were still just like, you know. But I think some of our favorite signs were, one sign just said pissed that I really liked. Just said pissed.
I like that. I saw one that said WTF.
Nice. There were a lot of food 8647 like restaurant jokes. I saw like 5 separate of those, and I was like, everyone food and bev here just making a statement, I guess.
That's so interesting.
A bunch of people dressed up in like inflatable suits. Yeah. And a lot of older people. We saw a bunch of people in like walkers and stuff, which was really like
tender. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was most surprised by, is how many like senior citizens there were.
You went to City Hall in Atlanta, or were you in a separate one there?
No, it started at the Civic Center. There was like a little rally, and then the protest started from there, and then you marched to the Capitol.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. Another of my favorite signs was this said, "This is the dumbest timeline," which I thought was like, I mean, I think that's just silly. And someone said, "A monarchy in this economy," because I love in this economy jokes. I usually like to try to.
Yeah, you do like those. I saw this older lady who had a bike. She had a cute sign. It said, "The only orange monarch I want is the butterfly."
There was a lot of that. It was really because of the immigration and everything with orange monarchs and
it was cute.
Monarch butterflies. I liked all that imagery too.
Oh, and then a guy when we got to the Capitol, a guy that was standing next to me and Ryan started talking to me, and he's like, yeah, he's like, this is pretty fucking cool, but I'm pretty fucking pissed I have to do it. And I was just like, yep. And then he was like, he just like had one of those like energies about him that you're like, you don't really want to engage in a conversation with this guy. Like, he's a little weird. Yeah. And he's like, "Are you guys from here?" And we're like, "Yeah, we live here. We moved here a year ago." He's like, "How do you like it?" And he's talking about how we said we lived in DC, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Baltimore." But then he said, "I've been in Atlanta since 1967. And I was looking at him. Yeah, he was, but not the way he said it. I was like, he doesn't look that old. And he's like, "Yeah, I moved here when I was 3. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay.
No, there were a lot of those signs that were like, I wish I didn't have to be here fighting for my rights, or like, I'd rather do anything else than this kind of thing. But what were we gonna say?
He said, he started talking about how he's like, they live like an hour or so outside of Atlanta in like a very rural area on like 13 acres. He's like, I did try moving to Seattle in the 90s. I was a
What?
heroin addict. And he was like,
Oh,
moving
no.
to Seattle in the 90s isn't the best decision to make if you're a heroin addict. And I was just like, yep. Like,
Probably not.
yeah. So that's
Like,
the
I don't
character we
know.
had. But he was nice. I wanted to like it was just like a situation where he was just like he was like a quirky kind of guy, and like I didn't want to prolong it too long, but I also didn't want to be mean. But I just thought it was like an interesting.
It is an interesting situation, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you never know what you might hear, but
There were lots of parents there with kids too, which was cute.
we saw a lot of dogs and some kids. Like, some kids were running around like a Halloween costume, so it was really cute, kind of, actually.
You're
So,
like, you're like, today isn't Halloween.
just like 3-year-old girl dressed as a chicken was just like rolling down the like lawn, and I'm
That's
like, this is
cute.
adorable. Well, I was like, why are you here?
It was also very hot here.
Ours was freezing because it had this wind tunnel effect going through the city, and we were like, woo! It was so cold.
It was like
but
80 degrees.
ooh.
Yeah.
But we did our civic duty.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
And everybody else who came to the protest, And if you protest without going to the protest, it's all.
Yeah.
As long as you're making a statement,
Wait, should we talk about your visit to Atlanta?
You bet. So, surprise, surprise. I don't know if y'all listened to our last episode before last with Brooks. He did a little shout out for his tiki Halloween party. And
Katie gets to come.
I get to come
on an influencer trip for the Freaky Tiki.
Literally branded influencer trip. I need tiki merch to wear on the plane at least.
Yeah.
Or something. Brooks needs to make some type of like stickers or whatever so that I can stick them all over
things. He needs to make his own like tropical button up.
Oh yeah, so that I could have to wear it because I'm sponsored by Freaky Tiki on this trip.
Just at least like get a t-shirt and write in Sharpie like Freaky Tiki, like at Freaky
Sponsored.
Tiki.
I can tape it to my bags. Follow me to Freaky Tiki at Dead End Drinks on Halloween.
Oh my god.
That would be cute. But yes, so we will be having some episodes coming live from Hotlanta, which will be super exciting. And with Halloween costumes.
What do you want to do when you're here?
I don't know. I figure since we're both gonna be fun employed, we could get into some shenanigans. Responsibly.
Are there like is there like any places you want to go, or like what specifically do you want to do?
I mean, I've never been to the aquarium, or I think the Coke Museum is kind of touristy, but I think it might be fun partially too. I haven't done like the touristy things, but probably go.
Is that what you want to do?
A little bit. I've always wanted to go to the aquarium. It just never happened or things, so that could be fun. Hang out, but yeah, I guess when this episode drops, it will be post Halloween party, so you guys will already know that I'm there.
We should make predictions
on who's gonna win.
No, just on
on the weekend. Oh
yeah. Who's gonna get the most drunk?
The drunkest. Brooks. Just kidding, he's working.
But outside of Brooks.
Out
of the thoughts. I think you or Arthur.
Yeah, I was like, in my head went Arthur, then I'm like, but maybe me.
I think you, actually. We're gonna have to take it slow.
Slow? Nah. Not on tiki drinks. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Very responsible. Who do you think has the best costume? Of the thoughts?
Of the thoughts?
Or in general? Who do you think?
I think everyone's gonna have a good costume.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Eileen always has a great costume. I don't know what she's gonna be, but she asked if she could borrow a microphone from me.
Yeah, she always has something fun.
Yeah.
And like very well done.
Arthur told me his costume. I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
Do you like it?
It depends how well it's executed.
Oh, okay.
I think my costume will be really good if I can execute it well.
Oh, yeah. We just have to, as long as your hair is done well, I think you'll be able to.
Me and Macy are going to practice this upcoming weekend on my hair to see what to do. Yeah.
You probably could put something like, how I don't know if it's silly, but like the bottles. Put something in there to hold your.
I saw that. I just don't want it to be super uncomfortable. Like, I don't need it to be 100% like the wig. Like,
Yeah.
I just want it to be
look like
done
it.
up in some way that is like comfortable, because if I'm uncomfortable in something, I'm gonna be like ripping it down. Like, I'm gonna be wearing it for a long time. So
Yeah.
what other
Can you,
predictions? Are we gonna go to the aquarium? Are we gonna go to the Coke Museum?
we're gonna go to the aquarium.
We're gonna
Yes.
go to the aquarium. My prediction is I won't go to the Coke Museum.
That's fine. No, the Coke Museum isn't like the priority. It was just something I
I
wanted to
just don't
like,
want to do too paid touristy things.
yeah, I'll do some free touristy things.
Yeah.
We can maybe go on a little hike
We can also ride
with
bikes
Kaya and
around the
ride bikes.
city. Yeah, we could go on a hike somewhere. We can ride
That'd be
bikes.
fun. Pilates.
We could go to Pilates. What else? We could do a game night.
Yes, I love a good game
We
night.
should play Catan.
Oh my god, we got to bring Matt Fenley up. He's got to come now.
Freaky Tiki, sponsor Matt Fenley to come play Catan with us.
And Pat. Pat would always play Catan. Pat strategy. I'll spoil it. Longest Road.
I don't think Pat's ever won.
Because he only plays Longest Road.
Mm-hmm. Pat
He doesn't
playing that game is like a bit. Like, he just like the whole time.
It's fun though. No, I'd like to play some Catan. That'd be good.
Yeah, we could see. I can also see like what events are going on. Maybe they'll have one of those puzzle competitions we can go to because it's right near our apartment.
Well, we should do it because I'll be there and I fucking love puzzles. So
I just don't know if it's like a seasonal thing or if it's because usually I feel like that stuff isn't like all year round, but maybe.
When is the Brian Betts trivia?
I don't know.
I need to do them.
I'll ask him if he's still doing it.
Yeah.
I figured I could make breakfasts a couple days.
I love a good breakfast.
And maybe you could make like a dinner a couple days.
That'd be great.
Bring like a recipe that you like.
Okay. I can think of some. Yes. Okay. Because it'll be financially responsible weekend. Wink. Yeah. But figure we should maybe move on to the big topic that we're going to find our finale at this week of recording is Love is Blind. Gossip. So Love is Blind is in Denver this year. Yep. I'm sure all our listeners are caught up on this. Very popular. What are your thoughts on the season so far?
I think it's entertaining to watch. I will say it feels like we're not seeing very much of like the real life parts. I feel like they cut it out because I feel like we got 3 episodes
of them vacation.
Yeah,
and one of them was there in like most of it was though evening they were all out with the singles and everything.
Yeah,
was like most of one. It was very
I just feel like we haven't seen that much of them like spend time together. All we see is like a recap, like an argument, like them arguing in their living rooms is all we ever see. And it's like,
I was like, is that all they do?
So what happened? It's like, so what do you guys do? It's really weird to me. Because
did it seem like that on other seasons? I'm trying to remember. I felt like there was maybe a little bit longer.
I feel like we got to see a little bit more, but I don't know.
Maybe it's just a very argumentative season.
We should talk about Joe and Madison because I feel like that's a big talking point.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on Joe and Madison?
Joe always gave me, even from the pods, because I did watch the pod episodes and you skipped those.
I watched 1.5.
With the beginning ones or the end ones?
Beginning.
Okay, because like in the pod when he sees her, he's not like excited. He's like, that's not what I pictured, kind of thing. So I think just since then he's been trying to make it work, but the whole time knowing like from that moment that it wasn't what he was expecting. And I think that just broke that, whatever it was going to be from then. But Madison, who I always forget her name, obviously didn't know that or didn't realize that, at least the beginning. But I don't know, his behavior just seems very like, I don't want to get married, I'm getting blackout drunk in Mexico, which, you know, like, have a good time, but then just, like, the scene of him being wasted and Madison trying to, like, comfort him or, like, say, "Hey, I'm back," and he's just like, "What do you mean? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?" And, like, laughing the whole time, like, oh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah. I
I
think
don't know.
yeah, I think he wasn't attracted to her. I think he probably, like, tried to hang in there slash
He's on
enjoy
a TV
the
show,
free
yeah.
vacation,
Mhm.
and I think he didn't wanna be, like, mean, and I think he kept, like, holding off as long as he could to break up with her, but obviously the
Mhm.
suit trying thing was, like, making it very real, like, that was very uncomfortable to watch him, like, try on the suits and stuff, like, because also, like,
Yeah.
as douchey as he might come off, he's not a liar, you can tell that he does not
You
want to
you can
lie.
see
You can
everything on his face, like, his entire reaction.
yeah,
Yeah.
and part of me feels like Madison was, like, playing dumb for the cameras because I'm like, if a guy is acting standoffish to you and, like, doesn't wanna come around you, like,
On
I
camera
think
too.
women know, like, when they're not attracted to you, like, you
Mhm.
know. So, like, for her to not and also after he, like, even made a comment to her about, like didn't he make a comment to her about how he was having a hard time putting, like, the voice and talking to her, like, to, like,
Kind of like
her?
he wasn't sure, like he couldn't match it.
The fact that she pretended like that didn't even cross her mind that he wouldn't be attracted to her, I think was kind of, like, annoying to me to the point where I felt like she was fake. Where I'm like,
Yeah. That's everyone's fear in that show is that the
"Everybody."
person isn't going to like what they
Also, just in
see.
real life, like, if
Oh
someone
my
is
god, yeah.
acting weird towards you, you're like, "Oh my god, are you not attracted to me?" That's, like, a
Mhm.
normal thing to think. So, to
Yeah.
me, I felt like she was kind of, like, faking it for TV to, like, kind of be she's, like, the great girlfriend, and, like, then she's blindsided by him wanting to break up with her, and I'm
I
like,
I can't imagine when they were hanging out without cameras that they were cuddled up on the couch, holding hand you know what
"Mm-mm."
I mean? It just
Or
he
if
didn't
they
seem like
were,
he
I
wanted
think they
like it
could
was
have been cuddled up, but I don't know that he
maybe.
was enjoying it that much, like,
True. Yeah.
that's not abnormal. There's plenty of people
Mhm.
in relationships who, like, don't like each other that much, they're just together.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. I did obviously seeing a breakup sucks, you know,
Mhm.
and you could tell she was like super pissed at him for not being like crying during the whole thing. You know, like
Yeah, but it's,
he
like,
was just
because he
talking, he's like,
wasn't
and he had
attached
felt
to
that
her.
way. Yeah, he felt that way the entire time. Like he's thought about this
Yeah.
so much. He's just been like waiting for the right time. To me, like, yeah, it sucks, but better than at the altar, I guess, for the show, you know.
Yeah.
That's
It does
tough.
suck. A breakup does suck. It also is
Mhm.
frustrating as, like, a viewer when, like, you're like, "Okay, why is everybody
Mhm.
calling it quits so early?" Like, the point is
Oh
that
my
people are
god,
supposed to be
yeah.
here for marriage, so it's like, this is boring. I'm sure it sucks for her if she was there for marriage too, but
Mhm.
also I'm just like, you have to be, like, severely lacking in, like, a lot of emotional maturity to not know that he was not into you. I just feel like she was doing some acting, and, like, when
Yeah.
every time she would cry to try to get his attention, I'm like, "You're crying to get his attention because you know he doesn't like you, but you're acting like you don't know that he doesn't like you."
Yeah. It just didn't make sense, really. Um,
Yeah.
and there was always something with them too. Like, did they show anything where they were, like, happy? She was always mad at him about something because he wasn't obviously into her, you know?
When they
Like,
were
he
at
just
dinner with their families.
I guess was the only good time, yeah.
Yeah.
But, since you didn't watch the pods, did you know anything about Patrick and what's her name, Casey or something?
Yeah, I saw their breakup.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay.
Mhm. Very uncomfortable to watch. I do think that, like, she didn't want to embarrass him
Mhm.
on camera, so I think she was, like, trying to leave ASAP because she didn't think that she would be attracted to him, she didn't think it was gonna
Mhm.
work, and I don't think she wanted to break up with him on camera in front of everybody.
Yeah, but I think they have to, like they're like, we're still
Yeah.
recording everything." So, like but the way
So
she was saying it was
yeah, and I think she seemed wasted also, and I'm not
mhm.
defending her, I felt
Well,
horrible for him. That's so embarrassing. Like, especially that like he wasn't picking up on it because she was saying one thing and then the next minute she'd say the other thing. She's like, "No, I just don't want to go on the
you
trip."
need a
And then she
break.
would yeah, and then she'd be
You need a
like,
break.
"We're not going to talk back in Denver." And he'd be like, "Wait, what?" And then she'd be like, "I love you."
Yeah.
And then she'd start making and then when she jumped on him and wrapped her legs around him, I was
She
like, "Ew."
she's I don't know what was up with her, but like he told her in the pod that his like greatest fear is always being like not fear, but like I think I'm exaggerating, but like that what literally happened was the exact opposite of what he wanted. Like he told her
Mhm.
he was Asian beforehand, so she
That's
knew
what I
that,
thought.
and like all of these things, like that was like hard for him or scary for him. Like, and the thing was like she wasn't his first pick. That other girl Anna was, who they talked about on the
Yeah.
at the Western night thing, but she left early and ghosted people, and so did another guy, which I thought was hilarious. That they
Wait,
were
she left
driving.
early too?
Anna and another dude both left the show and didn't tell anyone they were leaving. They just left. So the people go into the pause and are expecting them to be there, and they're not, and no one knows why. So I was
Yeah.
like, "You're ghosting on fucking TV," and they're like, "Well, we just can't handle it." And I was like,
That's why I was like, they need
"Understandable."
to keep their credit cards on file, like, so
Mm,
they get charged or something. Like, it
go ahead.
breaks the whole show.
Exactly. And these people, like, obviously you've seen the show. You're not going on Love is Blind if you don't know what the show's about. And if you can at least like the thing with the Casey girl is that apparently I saw that Netflix has been trying to reach out to her. She didn't respond to them because they wanted to get the ring back. And she's not like she's avoiding them and keeping the ring
Yeah, I mean,
because
I
she
think
probably sold it.
she seems unhinged, and so does the Annie girl.
She also said that her boyfriend, her ex, wanted her to go on a dating show and then they would be get back together, like a different one, and they would get back together whenever she was done with it. Like she has some crazy
I don't
toxic
understand
ex
that.
situations or
That's
something.
not the first time I've heard that about
Yeah.
people going on dating shows. Like
Mm-hmm.
the partner wants
Mm-hmm.
them to go on, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm like,
And
why?
Patrick was like, "Why didn't you break up with him when he said that to you?" And she's like, "Oh, like I don't know. I don't really know what her
They
answer
just thought
was.
it was gonna make them more money or something.
Possibly, but his whole thing was I think he was like very like sketched out. Obviously he still proposed, so obviously not that much about her still being in like super contact with her ex because she like still talks to him all the time and would talk about him a lot, I guess, in the conversations. But I think Patrick really wanted it to work, you know? Like he went
Yeah.
into that to like be intentional and make it work. So he was like, we have some connections, like whatever, let's
Didn't
you
he
know,
also say that like he only dates white girls?
I think he only had, yeah. I mean, there's a lot
Yeah.
of white people in Denver, so like
Yeah, but he was like bonding with that other girl. Was her name Anne?
Anna was the one who left. She
I
was
did
Asian,
see
yeah.
part Anna. I saw part
Mhm.
of them in the pods and they seemed like they were vibing. Obviously, like,
She was his number one until she left.
yeah,
Like, and that whole conversation he had was he was like, I was gonna pick you, and she's
I
like, but
saw
you
that.
didn't. And it's like, yeah, because you left. I was like, I see both sides of this conversation, but still, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I do get like someone can't sit there and say to your face like it would have been you and I
and
proposed to someone the next day. It's like,
mm-hmm.
okay, that doesn't really mean anything to me because it could have been
You also,
anyone then,
yeah,
clearly.
but you also did leave, so I tried to make the best of my
Yeah.
situation
She
and did
shouldn't have
this
left.
decision. No, no, I don't think she ever said why she did. Obviously, it was something like this. She couldn't handle it. But that situation stressed me out because I liked Patrick. I was like, he seems like a good dude. Um,
Yeah, he needs a better picker though.
a better radar for who to pick.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. There's those
Unless like,
people that are like, you're looking at them and you're like, yeah, you're a good person.
mm-hmm,
Like, why are you
mm-hmm,
picking? Like, it seems like he's
mm-hmm.
probably picking like the people that he knows he shouldn't pick.
Yeah. Unless that Casey girl was scamming the whole time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she definitely seemed unhinged.
Mhm. Speaking of
But
unhinged, Annie and Nick also. I'm glad they're broken up. They would never work in real life.
yeah, I don't think that he likes women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he felt nothing for her. I
Mm-hmm.
think that he is fairly manipulative. I think that she is easy to manipulate. I think
Everyone on
that
that show said he was. Like all the comments were that.
the only thing they ever talked about was this: I love you. No, I love you. Yeah, we love each other. I love you so much. I really like am so glad I found you. I love you. That's all they would say to each other. I'm like, what do you guys talk about? Or like, why do you love each
Hair.
other? Like, and I also think that she was like drinking the whole time. And I feel like he picked her because she was a hairstylist like his mom. I feel like he could tell that she was easy to manipulate. I feel like if that was a guy behaving like Annie with like how kind of like fucked up she was all the time,
Mm-hmm.
the girl would be like, "Are you okay?
What's
What's wrong
happening?
with you?" And he totally ignored how fucked up she was, which I think is scary. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's scary behavior that like he did not seem concerned with it. He wouldn't bring anything up, and I think it's because he didn't care, and also like it made her easier to manipulate.
He also they lit. She lives in Denver. He lives in Dillon. I was like, that's kind of
Yeah.
like a long distance relationship, to be honest. You know, a great way to
Why
like
is
make
he
things
gonna
not
go
work.
on a Denver dating show and then be like, "Nope, I'm staying in my place"? I'm like,
Because he didn't actually care to do it. Clout. I don't know. I didn't like him.
he's a
He
size
seemed
queen.
manipulative. He did say that. Ah.
I hope he finds what he needs. And I hope that he also can like grow into someone who like loves who he is and like doesn't manipulate people along the way of like this
Yeah.
like sad path because
Yeah.
it's only hurting it's like hurting him, it's hurting the people involved. Like he's really embarrassed himself by going on this show and like acting the way he has, in my opinion. Like he kind of scares me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way
Like
he
no
like
sympathy, no empathy or
yeah,
anything really.
there's
The
no
eyes
like
are kind of
emotion
like,
there. Yeah. It's
mhm.
scary.
Yeah. But I'm glad they're broken up. When that happened, I was just like, oh Lord, here it comes. But it's the best of that
Yeah.
situation. So
They did not need to be together.
yeah. What about Anton and Allie?
I think they have potential. I think like she definitely doesn't like his lifestyle of drinking.
Oh
And I
yeah,
think
one of
that
my
makes
friends
sense.
mentioned, she was like, "Do you think he's an alcoholic because of that fight that they had?" And I went, "Maybe."
I mean, he
Like
definitely
the
drinks
amount
a
of
lot.
alcohol that he
Yeah.
drinks is a lot. Like coming home after work drinking, I guess in the mornings, kind of
Yeah.
thing, like could be definitely taken that way. And that's what they had a huge fight on camera about,
Mhm.
was that.
I
So,
think though that like I know they're like learning each other, but they're being
mhm.
like she's being judgmental. She's like coming from like a very judgmental perspective of like his drinking, and it's like instead she can approach it in a way of like, "Hey, like I noticed that you enjoy drinking, and like that's probably a way that you're relaxing and the way that you're like letting
Mhm.
loose from like the hard work that you do. That like amount of drinking does not really align with my lifestyle. Like, do you think
Mhm.
that this is like something you want to keep doing? Like, do you want to keep
Yeah.
drinking this much?
Nothing
Rather
wrong
than
with a
like,
beer after work, but 10 beers,
yeah, rather than her like laughing kind of at him and like bringing it up on camera in a way. Like, I just think
Mhm.
those are like learning moments for the couples. So I think they could work if like they want to have like more of a similar lifestyle. But I get her like not wanting him to party.
Like there's hanging out with your friends and then there's going to strip clubs and getting blackout drunk. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's levels here where I'm
Yeah.
sure it wouldn't be a big deal, but he's kind of it seems like I think her thing is she seems like he's not being honest about all of it
Yes, he was like
too. So
hiding
yeah.
it, which was weird. It's
Mhm.
like she's like, "Well, is there any tequila left?" And then he's like, "Oh, let me check." And I'm like,
It's gone. It's
"Bro,
fucking
you don't need
gone.
to go check." He opens the door and like 1 second later he's like, "Nope." I'm like, "Oh, you looked that fast through the whole fridge?"
Cuz he knew. I
Um,
do see like that could be something, you know.
yeah, they could work through
Yeah,
that easy.
for
Like
sure.
that's if they wanted to. Um,
KB and Edmund.
bad. Yeah, I think that it's like she's just like acting out her like social worker dynamic of like I'm the person that's going to coach you through like every aspect of like your emotional
Mhm.
immaturity and you're going to listen to me and this is what you need to be doing. and then like he listens to her. I
But then
don't
also
think that
doesn't
they're
sometimes, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're well matched, and I don't know that like he could have like a super mature like grown-up relationship until he like worked on a lot of stuff. And I think that she also needs to like not try to teach him everything.
Yeah.
Like she can communicate like what she needs without like talking to him like she's his
I think
teacher.
that's what frustrates him. Like I can completely see why she's frustrated with his behavior, but I also can see why he would have a hard time listening if he's always getting lectured at, you
Yeah.
know? Which
Yeah.
is like, and I think for him, he seems to me like he has like a couple like different sides, like this fun side that they obviously got along really well with on these certain things, but a lot of the times when I guess his mom was around or whatever, he seemed very serious and quiet, which isn't who Edmund
Yeah.
appeared to be like in everything else that happened on the show, you know? So
I think that's a lot of people who like come off like super cheery and like happy all the time, and like the people everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're like always so like jolly." They like actually are some of the people who have like really tough shit that they like have to work through, and I think that like he wants to
the
present
class
that way.
clown kind of vibe.
Yeah, but like inside I don't think he feels that way because he
Yeah.
probably hasn't like worked through a lot of his trauma, and I think it's probably also hard whenever he still has his mom that involved in his life, because you could tell he
Yeah,
totally shut down when his mom came around.
his trauma seems pretty tough.
Yeah. So I don't think he's ready, but I don't think a lot of the people are ready for a
Yeah.
marriage.
Oh, on the show in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about, all right, last one, Sparkle Megan and Jordan?
I like them together.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the most promising couple. I think that they could be like a great couple together if they wanted to be together. But if they don't want to be, it's gonna like end up probably in like a lot of unhappiness and like fights. But I feel
Yeah.
like they're really good balance for each other. And they
I do
both,
too.
yeah, they're
I do
both
too.
like very mature, intelligent, like caring, like they're just like sweet, I think. And I hope that they stay together.
Yeah. I could tell though, like in the last episode, where Jordan was like, I don't think you understand that I'm not just gonna drop everything and go to Aspen for 4 days. You know what I mean? Like live that lifestyle that she's been living for so
Yeah.
long. He's like, I can't do those things. And it's
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, okay, well, she's gonna decide if she really wants to like if they want to get married and have kids, like her lifestyle will change. Maybe like now is not what she wants that. But I do like them together, but I'm kind of nervous
But
that
like
like
that's the kind of conversations that like these couples need to be having. I feel like they were a perfect example of like communicating like your concerns and then like talking it out and not getting super emotional and like not getting accusatory. Like I feel like when Megan brings up things that are bothering her, she actually listens to him.
yeah, she does. She like she'll apologize often, be like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I was being whatever," and like,
Yeah.
but say her piece and
So
listen to what he says.
I think that like regardless what happens, they are a very good example in my opinion of like how the couples should be approaching their conflicts and like approaching each other and like learning about each other.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I guess we'll find out soon. But do you have any predictions? Because I
I
heard a rumor
no,
that.
I don't want to hear any rumors. I don't want to hear any
Okay.
rumors.
Okay.
I don't want spoilers. My
Okay.
only prediction is that if anyone gets married, it's going to be Megan and
That's what I was
Aaron.
gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I hope they do.
I could see Allie and Anton maybe doing it, maybe, but yeah, none of them felt like outside them like super strong. So I think last year, what was the couple? The only one that got married. They seemed super strong and
I
into each
don't even
other.
remember. Once the season's
The
over, they
Minneapolis
like
ones,
exit
yeah.
my brain.
It's so much. It's so much. It's also crazy they filmed this stuff 2 years ago. I remember like
2
being
years
out and about.
ago?
Yeah, it was like last, not the winter before last, because I remember doing some stuff and being like, oh, Love is Blind is filming. It's like, well, when the fuck is that coming out? But yeah, no, I agree. it's been definitely a fucking whack year.
I think something does happen where like someone doesn't even show up to the wedding or something, right? Because they show like some
Ooh.
clips. Well, in the
I
previews,
was
like,
thinking Joe was gonna run away before the wedding, like not actually make it to the altar,
oh
but they're
yeah,
already
he would.
broken up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would have never even walked in.
no,
Don't tell me Sparkle Megan doesn't show up. That would be wild. That would be
that would be
wild.
messed up.
I love how she's also trying to buy a house that's like 7 bedrooms, 5,000 square feet, and he's just like, we don't really need that much space.
I feel like that's also like a bit. I feel like she's kind of flexing with that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, why
Oh
would
yeah.
you want 7 bedrooms? Didn't she just owned like a condo in LA for like $1 million, which is like not
She was saying
like
she could get it for like 1.5 million and then parlay
whatever.
that immediately into this house
Yeah, but
with a loan.
whatever she had in LA was not going to be half the size of that. So I don't quite know why she's like flexing that house.
Yeah, I was sort of like, are we in like a real estate show for like a solid 15 minutes? Because the way they showed this house, I was like, why do we care about every single bedroom in this house so much?
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense, but I don't know. We'll see.
I'm excited for the reunion.
Oh god, the reunions are the fucking best part.
Why is it so hard for a reality TV show to just like be good?
Because it's hard to stay consistent.
I would make people delete their social media accounts or something before coming on the show. Or like make them sign a contract that they can't have social media for like a year after the show comes out.
Isn't The Bachelor do that? Where they can't post about anything?
No, but I mean like to get people from going on these shows just to get followers. Like,
oh, I see.
They should legally not be allowed to have social media.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that Joe didn't even like live in Denver until like right before the show was filming.
That's every single season. The DC season, not one of those people lived in DC.
Really? Where they all live? Yeah.
They lived in like someone lived in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, it's like
I think maybe someone like was like staying in Arlington or Alexandria or something. There was who was it? There was someone, they showed their apartment and you can tell that they don't live there. There was like nothing. And they're like touring the apartment. They're like, yeah, this is my place. And they're like, wow,
you just moved in.
This doesn't really seem like somewhere you'd live. And I'm like, yeah, because they don't live there.
It wasn't like the Seattle one where people were living in like Portland and like driving.
I don't understand that. Why can't they just find people who live in the city? It makes no sense.
I think it's just sort of like, I don't think they care. I don't think the Love is Blind producers do a good job of picking the people to be on these shows. So I don't think they actually give a shit. Find everyone who lives in Denver or in DC. Maybe isn't Alexandria close? Like that could count, but like actually live there for a couple years. Not
DC. At least 10 years.
At least 10 years, whatever. So like it's not, I feel like half the people in Denver show were just like, oh, I just moved here like a week ago or 6 months ago. And it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
They should have like a committee of like people who live in the city to vote people who go on the show.
That would be fun. I heard that the Mike guy who was also on Sparkle Megan has been having like people call him out for like not paying for things, like kind of avoiding paying bills to like places he did business with and whatnot and everything. Yeah.
He gave scammer vibes.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah, he did.
Oh God, yeah.
God, yeah. I was wondering though, like, wasn't the last season in Minneapolis, they had a couple who matched in the pods, but they didn't air anything about them or something. There was someone that like they like made a connection, but they decided not to follow them around. So like part of me wonders what happens with the rest of the Denver people in these pods. Whether they just weren't interesting enough. Oh God, yeah. Obviously I get going with the dramatic people. It's a TV show. But like if other people made connections, you should at least like follow up on that. Isn't that the whole fucking point? Is to have people fall in love. Shut up.
I can't stop saying it.
You're gonna say that to Ryan later. Like, I'm gonna do it.
Oh God, yeah.
Is that the new thing? I tried to bring back totes again for a few. I said it a few times, and I was like, no, it's weird.
It doesn't feel right.
I used to say it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Love is Blind. Well, I guess we'll find out some hot goss.
I'm nervous.
Are you?
Yeah. Ryan was watching it with me, but he fell off. He
I get
liked
that.
it. He was getting real into it.
Oh yeah, guys love that. I got Daniel to watch the last season, but he was traveling some for this season, and I was like binge watching it, so it didn't really catch on as much.
The scene with Joe and Madison in the hotel room, I think, could get anybody. That's probably
Wild.
one of the best scenes in reality TV history.
It's so good.
It is. Katie, I've watched it like 4 times.
Maybe something that you've shown it to like everybody.
Yeah.
We should watch it again to pregame Halloween.
I will. We'll watch
Like,
it
this
on
is
loop.
finna be us.
We could have been that for Halloween. Joe and Madison.
Backup plan in case something fucks up.
Oh, you need to watch Saturday Night Live, by the way.
I was going to start since Veronica's on it.
I watched the yesterday's episode today. It is so good.
So much better. Okay. I'll check it out. I've seen some clips and stuff, and I was like, oh, these are actually pretty solid. But no, I was thinking about doing that since Veronica's on it. So, you know.
I love her.
I know you do. She's great.
So crazy. She's on there. She was in a lot of skits this episode.
Probably because it's good with Sabrina Carpenter, I think, are the ones that like similar ages for things, so it's pretty easy to do.
And she sang with Sabrina Carpenter in one of them and like did really well.
Hell yeah, I love it. No, I'll definitely catch up for sure.
I didn't even talk about quitting my job.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'll just make the announcement. By the time this episode comes out, I will have quit my job. More to come later.
Retired at 30 redacted.
Yeah, not retired. So thanks for listening to our happy hour episode today. We talked about Love is Blind Denver, which by the time this comes out, we will have a lot more information, but we're going to do like a follow-up. What else did we talk about? We talked about Katie coming to Atlanta. We talked about
my
Katie
noise complaint.
Getting a noise complaint for playing video games. And then we teased me quitting my job. So you guys will hear more about that later. But thanks for tuning in. We're going to record a couple episodes together whenever Katie's in Atlanta. So that'll be really exciting. And yeah, be sure to follow us. Do you want to say it, Katie?
All right, y'all. Don't forget to follow us at Life in the Party Pod on Instagram and TikTok, I believe, and Life in the Party on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, give 5 stars, send to your friends.
We also broke 200 followers on Instagram, by the way.
Let's go. Thank you, y'all. That's for y'all.
Thank you, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, y'all. This isn't us. This is all you guys, you know. We do it for you.
This is grassroots.
Yeah. Hope y'all had a good drinky while you listened. And we'll be back soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Illy.
Bye.